Kira met.
Hey, I recognize that goofball
About a masked mage.
on screen.
Syria seemed to take shelter in his hideout.
Yes, it is I, Donald from Donald Plays.
With Kira in tow. Syria had never reached the
Yes,
Elder
you are aware that I'm
Yet the
speaking to you in
wild
third
hunt had.
person.
The ghostly retinue was one step ahead
Yes.
of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Kira gave him a new lead.
You should be
Crows of
ashamed.
Crookback Bog.
No, do not speak. Here we are, in Crookback Bog. If you're wondering why I'm speaking to you in a disembodied ghostly voice, it is because OBS decided that it was not going to allow me to, it was not going to communicate with my microphone and record. And, yep, that's why for the future, I know to always look and, check my settings before every stream, because otherwise it's an hour in the hole. So hopefully this works. I tested it, so it should. The fickleness of technology. So right now we are looking for the ladies, if you want to call them ladies, in the woods. Witches, great power that have basically screwed over all of No Man's Land, the continent in general. And we're trying to seek the Baron's whereabouts of the Bloody Baron's family and the whereabouts of Cersei, our adopted daughter. But yes, first we must meditate. It's very beautiful. I love the design of this game. Basically, you know, the windiness, the fog, just the atmosphere. It's a very gothic, kind of romantically gothic, sort of morose but pretty setting with it's kind of got some low-key grumpy colors, but enough pops of bright colors to give it character. And here I am doing my favorite thing, just fighting. I do like fighting in games, but when it becomes too difficult, I think I would respect the fighting a lot more if I was able to be more of a full-time gamer. But because I'm pressed for time, that's why I didn't re-record this video, is just for time's sake.
To work.
Yeah, the issue I'm coming into conflict in this game is that how do you say, I need to rest between every fight, or I need to find a way to level up. I just don't want to spend the entire stream grinding. So like that guy's got a shield, so I can't hit him. He has the superior technology, and that's just that's history for you. Look, they got arrows. How am I supposed to compete with that? I backflipped away. That was just improvised, just backflipped my way out of that situation. You're like, what is he doing? What a moron. But it worked. So I thought they were being attacked. So I came down to rescue them, and apparently this village is just beset by terror, which I discovered as I went through the village. And there's a reason for that, which you find from the Ealerman, which the lady of the village, we were sent on, the lady of the village that we talked to had us do something on behalf of the witches by helping this city. We're talking to Ealerman.
Killers! Hide!
Yet everybody is in terror.
Monster will come near you if you stuff all your own.
We don't know why. Let's talk to the Eildor man.
You thought to ask the
From Eilindor. Avorza the Lapa Shalalana. Shabalala.
Nice village.
Aye.
A real pearl of a swamp.
Even in a tiny village, they still have like
You get by
heroes
all right?
like
Hey, winter to winter.
quest board.
Somehow we survive.
Recognize this dagger?
You're supposed to hold a dagger draw.
I didn't know you belonged to them.
So you know who sent me. Good. Easier that way.
Forgive me. I didn't know you came from the Ladies of the Wood.
They help you often?
From the time of his cutting, every man is theirs. They be harsh mistresses, but they're fair. Just. Demanding they can be, but then nothing in life comes easy. Who drove off the plaguey heirs? Who gave us seeds to plant? Round the other villages, they be eating the soles of their boots, whereas we, well...
Yeah, the Ladies of the Wood seem to be, will do some benevolent things, but at a, usually at an evil cost.
Meeting the Ladies of the Wood?
I ain't heard nothing about that.
There's a lot of instances of Monkey Paw, you do something, and they say they're going to help you out, but they make it worse.
The woods listen for them. A lone word at an ill hour can arouse their wrath, but they hear pleas and prayers as well. Once a swineherd lost a sow, sat and cried at the crossroads. The sow ran out of the tree.
Let me just check to make sure that, before we go an hour in, I want to make sure that it's communicating. Okay. Supposedly. I did test it, but I just want to make sure.
He's as if chased by a devil, straight to the swineherd.
I'm supposed to help solve your problem. Tell me what it is. Just the essentials.
The war awoke an ancient power. An evil one that feeds on bloodshed. Nightmares haunt our nights and days. Folks sleepwalk from their homes, never to return. Under the tree on the Whispering Hillock they lie. Unburied all, fathers, sons, daughters, and mothers. Folk are afeared to move them.
They're
We must
feared.
go there.
They're very afeared.
The dark powers must be cast off.
I ain't gonna go.
When did all this start?
3 year back. I remember 'twas a warm day. Went to check the snares for game. Pulled a hare from me trap. It grew dark all of a sudden, though it was
I
nigh
pulled a
on
hair from
noontime.
my trap.
Thought it was a storm at first. A squeal pierced the air, near burst me ears. The hair rotted in me hands, and the leaves shriveled and yellowed, though it were yet the start of summer.
It's
I've been
crazy.
ill ever since. Folks' teeth turn black as charcoal. Women folk fight like polecats, bawling and brawling over nothing. The young'uns, born crippled, lame, fear and cursing. Long have we pled for the ladies' help.
Need more details.
You must see for yourself. Me grand's mum whacked me crosswise for straying near the Whispering Hillock. But what happens there now's a wonder.
She put a hit on you? She
A
whacked
few
you?
times folk from round here gathered to chop down the trees and burn the cursed soil back to use. None returned. The ground neath the weeds is white with human bones.
It's pretty crazy.
Ladies
Well,
of the Wood don't know
My
what
job
this
is done
power
here.
is.
I'm gonna
They
retire.
know all. Old Thekla claimed they'd be punishing us. Folks stopped respecting them. Some even call them witches. But must not be they, for they sent you.
I'll look around the Whispering Hillock.
You be careful,
So
Master
you get for
Witcher.
communicating with
Don't
the
you
witches.
treat this evil light.
They're very witchy. I'm just trying to figure out how to what buttons to push. It's like whenever I go back to a game I haven't played in a while, or if I switch between games, my brain gets befuddled. Speaking of words, that word that I looked up during the last stream for the manor house land, that's actually was derived from English, and the English was derived from Slovakian. So the origin is Slovakian, and then there's English. And my brain was just automatically assuming that I forgot how Google Translate worked because I'm a moron, and I thought that it was translating English into German, and it just did that automatically. But the root word was English. I just defaulted to translate it into German because that might have been what I used last, or that just might be a default setting, or the next step up from the word in the hierarchy of its origin or something. So, yeah. You know, me dumb, try to be smart, therefore me get smart, kind of thing. I think most people who are smart admit that they know very little, and then they're always learning. The human brain can only prepond so many preponderances. Barely, yay, yay, barely, yay. Okay, so we get to...
Be gone. Come no closer. I know whence you come.
From over the hills and far away? Okay, so there's this huge
powers that
honking
protect
tree
me.
that...
They sense whence you come.
Look at the size of that thing.
Within the tree.
That's crazy big. Yeah, so there's some unnatural tree that's just plaguing the village. And, we have to kind of discover the root of why. Get it? Root? No. Otherwise, you know, we'll be left to bark at the moon in sorrow and leave. So right away we notice there's a bunch of rude animals that just are surrounding the tree. I mean, it's not unnormal to have a lot of rude animals in the Witcher, much less the No Man's Land, but you know, it does seem like there's quite a lot. There's a evil energy emanating from it. So the first thing I do once I stop and think a second is I realize that I have to turn on my Witcher senses and I'm looking for like an opening in the tree. So all the villagers that come near here, or they sleepwalk even. So even in their sleep, they're drawn to this place, or they probably get murdered by wild animals, or, you know, some evil energy. It could be evil energy, and the wolves are just drawn to the corpses, just to eat the dead. But you saw some bones there briefly. So something is going on. And so yeah, so I finally just remembered to turn on my Witcher senses and just kind of look around the tree for some kind of opening or some kind of clue. I should be looting all these corpses because we need to get into alchemy if we're going to survive in this game. You know, my hope is that we don't have to spend an insane amount of time fighting or gathering, hunting and gathering, that we can kind of move beyond that to the next stage and kind of focus on the story. Okay, so I see something red in the distance. So I go way down.
Even the women weren't spared.
Yep. So the tree tend to, you know, kill all kinds of villagers, but particularly, you know, the most egregious is most of the corpses I found around the tree were that were fresh were actually women and children, which is really screwed up. So there's definitely a dark evil to the place. So yeah, I kind of twiddle my thumbs and circle around. This takes me a while until I realize that it's actually further away from the tree, and that's partly because you can't see it, but there's a map behind where my head is, and it shows you the part where you're supposed to look, and it's a yellow circle, and it's right near the tree. So eventually I gave up and started looking further out because I found that body earlier. And you can see that there's a red kind of signal that is
Be gone.
emanating.
The powers will not.
There's a werewolf. Yeah, look at it, just ravages my health. I've barely done it any harm and I'm almost dead. This is something that is going to be difficult as I keep playing this game. I find this kind of totem-like sort of pillar thing that can increase my magicka, which is cool.
Who are you?
I don't know who said that. Okay, so I'm meditating. Gaining some power. Yeah, you see that red emanation behind me that is from under the ground? So I discovered, there's gotta be a way under the tree, or in the tree, or, you know, just very, you know, obviously what any of you guys would do is I'm trying to look for an entrance. And I just can't seem to...
Be gone. Be gone.
And definitely, like, whatever entity... Yeah, like, that makes me think that it's a beard. To use the local colloquialism of the villagers. That I'm nearby. So, like, it definitely knows that I'm there to end it. I can hear like a sort of like heartbeat of it. It's kind of creepy but cool. So yeah, a lot of time just trying to figure out how to get in there. Seems stubborn to like never let me in. But there's gotta be... You see all the dead trees. So I don't know if that's the villagers cut them down or literally the tree is sucking all the life out of the other trees to itself because it's so big that it's causing the trees around it to just die. Because it sucks. Because there's the evil spirit inside that's trying to destroy everything. Okay. So I'm looking for some kind of gnome door or something. Some kind of door in the tree. And I just can't seem to find anything. So I keep going further out, which doesn't make sense because the map tells me to go further in. And it is tricky. When I find it, it's not necessarily like a slap on the head. It's kind of like, oh, really? It's kind of a unusual spot. But it does pad out the video, which apparently YouTube wants. YouTube wants me to pad out the video.
Kid.
The algorithm
Needs some
demands
power. Should draw from it.
at least an hour of content for any of my relevance. And then, no, I'm just joking. I don't know how the algorithm works. Oh, that's a cool slide. Kind of a action adventure. So yeah, go back to the pillar, because the pillar did kind of stand out. It looked like it just temporarily engaged my magic, so I keep going back to it, though I'm not sure why. And then I see it. And then I feel like, I kind of feel dumb, but not really, because it is pretty hidden. If there wasn't a pillar there, it wouldn't even make a lot of sense for me to look, but just because that area had the werewolf, the pillar, it kind of signaled on my brain that it was very special. And yeah, you can see the gnarly roots just sort of twisting and convulsing with magical energy. Look at that water source. No wonder the tree's so big. Yeah, I was worried that the roots might actually come to life and choke me under the water, which would be kind of cool for, like, the storytelling and for the viewers to see me overcome, but would be very annoying. Yep, and I realized I just circled back. I try to cut through these so I can damage it, but pretty stubborn. Look at all the roots just drinking the water. I wish I was more of an arborist. Someone who identifies trees and works with trees. And that way I could say, like, that's a spruce and that's an evergreen and there's a conifer and...
You come. Why spill this blood? Are you here to grant me death? Or is my freedom your wish?
So, like, what the heck is that even? Like, I don't know. It looks like a type of a fruit or something that you know, like, there's like a spiky fruit I can't think of the name of, but...
Who are you?
I abandoned my circle, where I'd kept the balance. The crones killed me, and cursed my ghost.
Never heard of a druid circle in Velen.
I wander eternally through a maze of vows, helplessly sliding over a sea.
So she was a former druid who protected
Why
the
did they
woods.
kill you?
The crones want this land. They'd rule the wood alone. I stood in their way. I had to die.
So I was suspicious. Like, I believe that she probably was, but it feels like the crones, as the witches do with everything, they kind of pervert it, twist it against itself, so it's, even with the best intentions, it's deceiving itself.
I saw women, children even, lying dead.
And all the dead women and children help
They want
her
to
case
destroy
either.
To nature, to the forest and earth, all death is alike. Every death is equal. I cry,
And that was also kind of a disturbing statement to make.
none listen.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going over the moral quandary of, you know, what I should do, if I should trust her or not. Like, I tend to believe that she was a druid defending the forest, and that the witches
attacked.
perverted her.
This is my prison, a fortress besieged. Murderers I await, and my forest protects me.
Murderers?
Murderous sisters killed my body.
I just realized that.
Now
Let's see if
my
I can.
soul they hunt, for I defy
Ah, there we go. You can see it looks less cheesy. They have the video moving below.
You claim to be imprisoned. How so?
I am bound here in fetters of magic. I wandered endlessly, a labyrinth of leaves. The children, I know all. I know what awaits them. Free me, please.
So she claims to care about the children. So that
Something
makes
threatened
me
the orphans.
want to help her.
The children have been taken. Free me, please.
But I'm so
Coming
suspicious.
a gale, a gallop unchained. I shall see them.
Because I can kind of tell she's trying to preserve herself, and that she is probably an evil entity now that's trying to keep me from knowing and preserve herself.
Why do you think the kids from the meadow are in danger?
The sisters took them. They shall not return.
Where'd they take them? I can help.
It is done already. It cannot be undone. There are no runes to our serving. They shall all die. Let them be saved.
Yeah, I was very suspicious.
I saw women, children even, lying dead on this hill. Did they want to destroy you?
To nature,
Yeah, when she said this, it kind of sealed the deal in my mind. She kind of repeated this mantra of that, oh, I care about the women and children, but every death is equal, but I want to preserve myself.
None of this.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just thinking through this, and I'm like, yeah, she's probably evil, and every career she's trying to do more evil. So, you know, the witches are evil, she's evil, everything's evil.
The crones. What do you know about them?
The sisters are older than the oldest trees. Velen is their realm. All life here serves them. The sisters live concealed. You will not find them. They hear all. You cannot hide.
So I thought for a second I'd think it over,
Can't decide just yet.
You must come back.
but it didn't take me very long.
Really? I beg you, beware my sentries. They stand guard still.
Yeah, she's ready to kill me if I try to do anything, just basically saying. And whenever I mention the lives of the women and children, she's like, all death is equal.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, so it took like a quick second.
Your decision. I long to be free once more.
Yep, she can kill more
I don't believe
innocent
you, Spirit.
people.
Too many claim you're evil. Your words alone, not enough.
Dare harm me, and against you
Yep.
will rise all the powers of nature.
Yep, I did. So I'm kind of curious about what would have happened if I would have freed her. I have a feeling it would not have been good. And here she's summoning her minions. Fortunately, the fight wasn't crazy. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, probably did the right thing. Would have been more messed up.
Magic.
I go back to
Place
town
of
to
power.
Elerman, and I find that they're already here, which is actually kind of nice because that saves me time. They're looking over the werewolf, which is probably one of their villagers who turned into a werewolf. The Ealdor men?
Solved your problem. Just in case, though, avoid the Whispering Hillock for a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
Cannot be. Where's something lurking there?
Something were. Gonna ruin my English while playing this game. Were.
Not sure
Something
what
were
was
lurking
lurking
there.
there, but it lurks no more.
They barely
What
ate.
did you do, Witcher?
Give it a big old hog.
Some being had come to possess the tree's heart. I destroyed the heart
Some
and its
call me
inhabitant.
a tree
So
hugger.
it were a ghost. Will it be back?
No.
I don't know, but I'm assuming.
The crones, or the ladies of the wood as you call them, said to remind you about payment. Take it you know what they want?
This part's kind
Aye,
of
I
crazy.
Give me the dagger. Be back soon.
Assuming it's not going to be good. Yeah, this whole like witchcraft thing never works out. You know, even if there's some benevolent edge to it, the sacrifice you have to make to get the benevolent edge is not worth it. And there goes, yeah. He basically Van Goghs himself.
There's payment. Take it to the ladies, will you?
What the hell was that?
'Tis our
My thoughts
pact.
exactly.
You're a stranger. You don't know life here. It's honest pay for their protection.
So, all those ears in the woods.
Put it out your mind, master. You soon be leaving, and we must tarry on. Our young'uns and their young'uns after 'em.
I'll
No
be
gods
slaves
nor
to the witches.
masters watch over Velen. The land is no man's. He who wants to survive must seek his own protectors.
Yeah, it seems like you'd try to reach out to the gods. You know, instead of the witches, you keep trying, because the witches they take you the opposite way. Things get worse. There they are. Something's happening. Yeah.
In real life, you're different
It's like nice save draw.
from the tapestry.
Very tactful.
Well, bring it here.
They're very impatient. So apparently, witches, ear jewelry is all the rage with witches, I guess. They like people to have their ears. Haha.
Never seek to cross us again.
Very interesting designs, I felt like, for the witches.
Forgive you this transgression, for you've done well.
That's
Your
pretty
children
novel.
are plump as piglets,
Although one of
sweet as caramel.
them had some boobage, so I had to edit the video.
But now we must talk
Had
to
some
our white
free boobage.
friend.
I like one of them has like
This is
flies
Anna,
coming
the
out of
wife
its
of the Baron of Crow's
her eye.
Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve. She bears the mark. She is ours.
So the lady that was watching the kids
It is another woman who interests
is actually the Baron's wife.
Speak, Whitehead.
Just crazy. So her, so we killed two birds with one stone. We kind of learn about
Our
Siri,
deal.
our
I did my
adopted
part.
daughter, and we find out where the Baron's wife is.
A word once given, we never break.
The Baron's wife basically is their thrall now.
The girl.
So our assumption earlier was right.
Blonde. That's what they call it.
Thin as a rail, terrified, exhausted. She could barely stand, the poor thing.
We cared for her as best we could. Like she was our own daughter.
I'm sure he did.
Wasted affection. She proved a very naughty girl. Mischievous, stubborn, and selfish.
Says the witches that are twisted and warped by their own evil.
Don't believe you. They say you always keep your word. So tell me everything, exactly as it happened.
We shall tell you, brave boy. We knew someone special here. We read beast entrails, saw the omens.
We would glimpse her likeness, a mirage in a puddle. She came from the lower swamp. We knew not at first it was her the omens had spoken of.
A child of the elder blood, the sown seed that will burst into flame.
So it's like, I'm done. I'm sick of this. I think my editing actually is pretty well. If I didn't tell you anything, maybe you wouldn't have been able to tell, but yeah,
Does she sleep?
Like a lamb.
Come, sisters.
To the slaughter.
In dawdling, the table set, the cauldron bubbles.
Yeah,
Not. You know she is meant for
they're gonna eat her to gain her power. That's how all the witches are. They just suck away your youth and your days and feast on your youthful energy.
We'll just have a sample.
I'll take her feet. Lovely. Plump.
So they know that she's slated for the
I
the
can
wild
taste
hunt,
it already.
but they're gonna
Very well.
try to eat
Get
what
on
they
with it.
can. And Siri wakes up, she's like, oh, heck no. I can sign on for this.
Oh, you'll regret that, girl. Regret it dearly.
So they were gonna have a loophole where they were gonna eat all they could. But it looks like the wild hunt's not that far behind anyway. And I was worried here, you can't see the map because my fat head is blocking it, but in the map, there's like all these portals that are opening and just spilling these hunting hounds for to attack her. And it just was never ending, and I was like, I can't fight all this. But between Drawl and Cersei, I don't know if they nerfed Cersei a little bit, but she can just like, she slays. She's a slave. She's a girl boss slay queen or whatever. Or Drawl, I mean, he's good, but he can't kill nearly as well. Now Gerald is older, and Cersei might have speed on her side, so as long as she's fast and has a really sharp sword, but it is kind of crazy. Yeah, so it's just this endless. Like hounds. So the wild hunt, you can hear them galloping. Is looking for me, or Cersei, to take her to, you know, who knows where. Those are the Nazgul-looking goofballs. It's a very Lord of the Rings moment here. Looking for her, but she cannot be seen. They seem to not be. People view them as like otherworldly wraiths or demons or stuff, but they do seem to be like actual, like living, breathing entities that are just otherworldly or have some kind of powerful magic. So they're not. Doesn't seem to be completely invincible, but to, you know, the continent, everybody on the continent kind of views them as sort of these invincible, crazy things that disappear people.
Her. Tried to butcher her like an animal and eat her.
Her blood. The taste brought back memories of our youth.
Oh, that's precious.
Elder blood. Extraordinary girl. But you know that. Such a shame she fled.
My adopted daughter is very special. Then I debated. I was like, if I tell her that I'm not gonna let him get away with it, I'm gonna have to fight him, and I'm just not at that level. But it's very obvious that they killed a lot of women and children, and they're super evil. So I probably, and I don't know when the next opportunity I'm gonna get to kill them is gonna be, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Yep, there I am stewing over. I'm like,
You tried to kill her. Can't forgive you for that.
Waste of words.
Our fates are bound true. But now is not the time for that to bear fruit.
Now you shall chase shadows and wander midst fog.
I only teed
Each
them off.
time you see her, she will be a mirage.
They curse me. Yeah. So yeah, the Baron's wife, long story short, is the old lady in the village that I'm guessing is the witch's thrall. We've seen she's the witch's thrall. That basically keeps a village of children there for the witches, for the candy path or whatever, the trail there. It's just, yeah. Yeah, so very dark. And it took me a while, but I realized that to go back to the Baron, which I thought would be a long trek, but not terrible. But yeah, the world building makes it easy because it's just so beautiful looking, everything. Yep, I find Roach, and I'm like, man, you didn't miss out. Would have been a pork stew for the witches if he would have come along. If you can tell, I'm trying these new things, so let me know what you think, but I'm trying to be more professional in my videos. I'm messing around with this video saturation to make it look better. I think I had some trouble with the lighting here. The lighting was good when I started the video. I tend not to watch myself while I'm recording a video. So, like, I'm kind of noticing this, that it's, I could use more lighting because it's very dark where I am and it's kind of light in the background. But, you know, just from time constraints, I can't really go back and change it that much. But, yeah, I think the saturation adds more interest. I also like to play around with colors if I'm recording in the dark, so it's not just me in the shadows boring you guys. So I try to be as entertaining as I can and as professional of a streamer as I can be, you know, whatever that means. And you know, I give it a good go. But yeah, so please be patient with me. Let me know, give me some feedback. Things are a little oversaturated or undersaturated, or you know, if I leave like my underwear lying around in the background and I forget, let me know. But yeah, it's just beautiful world building. I feel like you feel the depth and gravity of The Witcher 3. And there is some procedural generation in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's done right. There's enough handcrafted. So I thought I saw a boat in the distance, so I was gonna go ride the boat, and I'm like, no, I'll just go across the normal way. But I feel like the people are procedurally generated, where I feel like the world, everything is, the placement's all thought out. So it allows for there to be more people, make the world feel lived in, and they still mark the important ones. You're not just wandering around, wasting all day talking to people that you can't talk to or whatever. And they all go about their lives, so it feels very lived in.
Show me what you got.
Yep, I'm just trying to avoid a fight because I just, you know, one fight, I can't do 2 fights in one day without meditating, and yeah, I gotta figure that out. Hopefully, because this is story mode, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too bad. So I thought, oh man, the Baron's Castle, that's gonna take me forever. So you already see the trees cut down from around the Baron's Castle, and you see the towers way in the distance. So, you know, it's not that bad. But they're able to create a world with good spooky atmosphere, but it doesn't take you forever to traverse it necessarily, which is great. It's big enough to feel like a very living, breathing, open world, but not too big where you're just spending hours just wandering around. Yep, so I'm just kind of circling around. It almost took longer to just circle around the place and get to the entrance than it did to get there. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'll stick to the GPS, so I tend to just follow the GPS on the map. It's crazy. It used to be back in the day, you'd have to just have a map and just memorize it. Or a compass. Just stick to the roads and don't go off the road or you'll get lost. So yep. Doing the good old circle around to just try to find the entrance here. And then go tell the Baron that I found his wife. She's the witch's thrall. And then his daughter is in Novigrad, I think. I was pretty sure we went there. He gave us a writ of passage. They really gotta do something. I never see one. It'd be nice to see them, like, developing things. Like, every time we come back, they're working on the bridge a little more. Or fixing the fire damage from the, you know, the fire that happened. But, like, look at this bridge. It's terrible. There's, like, a pallet jack there, almost. Barely. In one part of the bridge.
Come on, Rose.
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad. Brought him a bucket of peelings yesterday. The police were.
Faster.
But yeah, you can look at the screen, you can tell, like, I can tell by looking now the settings that I created that look good in the beginning because of time passage. Unfortunately, I have a lot of natural light, so there are some blinds in front of me. If I took a second, opened up the blinds, it would have
Not at all.
made it a little brighter, I think.
Baron Schmarren. If I want to plan,
Baron Schmarren.
I will. They'll give Cockbat no back.
Your mates split the loot between them long ago.
And I'm trying to be ginger with my horse so I don't
Shut it now.
run over people.
Died with some dignity.
Why are you pushing?
Like, that lady literally just walked into my horse. Ah, the Baron's castle. There's the nicest rail room in all No Man's Land.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
This stuff goes down.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the condition she lives under.
I was supposed to find her.
Haha,
and I
loophole.
did. That was our deal, nothing more.
He tricked us earlier. We found
You
his
still
daughter. He
think me rotten
didn't
to
give
the
us
core.
much
A
information.
base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
I didn't say that, but, you know, he's definitely, like, a domestic abuser, which is not good. I was trying to be diplomatic. Just trying to find my adopted daughter, get out of my way.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
I'm not the judge and jury of
looking
anybody.
at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
So I just wanted to get some resolve for this whole family drama. The Baron's, the Bloody Baron storyline is very interesting.
Probably gonna say you're not
but
the
very
only one to
dramatic.
blame. All right then. I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. 'Twas a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
All right. What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend.
Ouch.
A dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me.
Which is
for
not
my
good.
Love.
So it sounds like he was an abusive drunk and she was unfaithful.
Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too.
I think domestic abuse takes the
She wrote that
the
she
cake for
didn't love
the
me.
worst thing to do in a
She
relationship,
left me
but
for that knob
definitely
lick,
like
taking
cuckolding
Tamara with her.
your husband's not a good thing to do either.
Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger
Ugh.
to get the girls back.
Baron is very colorful with his expressions.
Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me. Something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
So he has got some blood, some bloodiness. He is the Bloody Baron. When I selected,
wasn't
yeah, when I
exactly
selected that
pleased.
selection,
Ha!
there was
Bloody
a
understatement if I've ever heard one.
there's like
She flew into
a signal that I made a really relevant
Threw
choice
herself at
that
me,
concerned me.
kicking and
Because I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do.
Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means.
Yikes.
Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times were her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness.
Sounds pretty miserable.
Cannot fathom how we survived those years. But we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Yeah, if he wasn't like hitting her, I would say that they deserve each other. If he was just being like verbally abusive, which is not good, but because he was physically violent, and then, you know, her cuckolding definitely like really really bad, like not good to do. Like pretty. They're both like kind of evil, but the weight of evilness, I would say the physical abuse took the, you know, is the most evil. So, you know, I eventually decided to say that he was at fault. If he hadn't hit her, I'd just say that they deserved each other, because they just, you know, just being a verbally abusive drunk and
Got only yourself.
cuckolding would almost be worse
Leaving her
in
to
that
fend for
case.
herself.
If he was just
How was I not to? I
not good
was
with
a
his word,
soldier.
you know, was just
I had
a
no
drunken
choice.
sod or whatever.
There's always a choice.
Ah, sod it all. I see all my prattlings for naught. You won't bring Anna home, I know that. Will you betray to me how she landed in that bloody swamp?
And I had to break the news.
She made a pact with the crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word. in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her
Yeah,
would
don't make
somehow
witchy
disappear.
deals. It's the lesson
Instead, the
learned.
crones sapped her of strength and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they
I'm
placed magic
adjusting
tethers
my
on her,
leg falls
tethers that
asleep.
cause great
Sometimes I
pain when
cross my
tested.
leg
I
while I'm
guarantee
sitting
she'll pay
down,
for debt.
A pact with witches?
and it gets numb, and I'm like,
Bloody
oh.
nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Do what you will. but leave me
Geralt
out of
is
this.
very,
You ask me, waiting
his
for this
moral
sword to mess
alignment
with the
is kind of
crones,
ambiguous.
Just plain stupid.
Like, I mean,
What would you have me
he does
do?
have a moral compass
Sit
to
on
some
my
degree,
arse
but
and
he's
wait for her
very
return?
live, let
I'll
live.
send men, go with them myself, and we will pull her out.
I've warned you. What you do, that's your business. We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now, what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right.
A cockatrice is like a is
solid breath.
another version of a basilisk, so I wasn't that far off. Basilisks, from my understanding, folklore varies wildly depending on where you get it from. But that they're these like
If I don't survive this,
lizard,
you'll take whatever you want from
like chicken
You'll survive!
rooster things that
Let's
can turn you
bastard what we're
to
worth.
stone with their eyes.
The trees! Hide in the trees!
So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to fight this thing when it only lands for like 3 seconds and it can hit me from the air. I don't think they have a huge variety. Like, again, like, I feel like the novelty of the Elder Scrolls is unsurpassed, but I feel like as far as traditional folklore creatures, I feel like The Witcher 3 takes the cake for just the sheer amount of creatures in the world. So it's pretty entertaining. It's so crazy. That's cool creature. Yep, part lizard, part chicken. That just happened. Just insult to injury there with just a whoop out of nowhere. So if you were like on your last bar of health, the whoop would just come along and just kill you or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get up there. This part feels like an adventure game, in that I feel like adventure games, you're very heavily guided. I feel like The Witcher 3 is still more of an open world, in that you can kind of go wherever you want. You can do a bunch of different kind of quests. But they're definitely like the smacks of adventure game where there are suspiciously, like there's a wagon blocking the path, or some kind of like random items to kind of guide you to where you're supposed to go. The Baron might be a drunken moron, but he's definitely brave. So yeah, so one second she's at the bottom of the tower, next second she's at the top. You can come to find that she teleported herself. The dark sword. He's flabbergasted. It's like trying to sheath his blade while looking. That's an interesting touch to like the just the livability of the world. Is he's so shocked by what happened that he's having trouble sheathing his blade because they're not watching how he's sheathing it.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
I certainly hope not. It's brought me no small trouble.
Meaning?
I must flee. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
And you? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then, who knows where.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Yeah, so the cruel irony is she was in Novigrad, so we were just there not that long ago. We're on behalf of the Baron to find his daughter. So the irony is rich that he knew, and this whole time kind of got me a little tussled,
Redanian armies blocked the path
hot under the collar.
Yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back.
Then I was like, sigh.
I believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
I can get this the most extravagant room in all of No Man's Land. Baron's quarters. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't want to go back. We were there, but yeah. I was a little angry that he knew that Cersei was in Novigrad this whole time and didn't say anything. But yeah, we decided to go. The witch is super powerful, probably gonna kill us, but
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed.
it's the right thing to
I'll
do.
round up my men and ride to down.
Not for all the death
You
of the
can
women
join
and the
us there.
children and whatnot.
Sounds good.
This happens. Very random.
Dare you!
Very Jar Jar Binks Gollum moment.
Sorry, we was never
What was that?
That's like my sentiments exactly. It's like, what the heck?
No monster. My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
So what's the point of that? It's just very random.
Uma. Strange name.
Aye, strange. But he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damned foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually.
Yeah, he must be relevant because they introduced it as part of the, as a character and as part of the story. But you know, it just seems kind of very random.
Funny story. How so?
I went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresun's blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man, but there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
Seems a little preachy coming from the Baron, but you know, whatever. So they're off. They're off to ride into the sunset to go after the witches, and I'm assuming next episode we'll have to accompany them. But yes, definitely a lot of mysterious intrigue going on. This is where we end the video. So until next time, we'll see you for another adventure in The Witcher 3. Thanks for your patience, and thanks for watching.